Family Center video. I'm Sina. So today we're going to have some fun with something that you all have at home, the beans. Different colored beans. We're going to see what kind of artwork or instrument or different kind of sorting games we can play with beans. All right, let's start. The first activity we're gonna do is we can make a bean sandcatcher with assorted beans, glue, and a yogurt lid, a container lid, very shallow lid. Because this takes time to dry, so we're gonna do it first. It's very simple. If you have glue, white glue is okay because when it dries, it becomes more transparent and clear. But clear glue is even better. So the first step, we're gonna pour some glue in the lid. And then you can shake it a little bit so the glue can cover the whole lid. All right, now the fun part comes. The little one can start to put beans in the lid, and they can make a pattern or they can do whatever they want. And the goal is to cover the lid with all the beans. They can make a face, they can make a shape. All right, so let me see, maybe I will try to make a heart. I'm gonna see if I can maybe make a heart. So I will use some red kidney beans, and I'm gonna see, and I'm gonna make a heart shape. And when you put the beans in the glue, oh, your little finger may touch the glue, so it's very sticky. But that's also the fun part. So they're using their little fingers to pick up the beans and make whatever design they want. All right, so we will fill this. Yeah, I'm going to make a heart, but you can do whatever you want. Just push the beans into the glue. And when they dry, everything will stick together. Okay, so now let's use some other color. Maybe I will use some black beans. So we're done. Just have to transfer it to a table or to a place where you can let it dry. I think it will take at least 1 day or 2 to get dry. So we will come back and see what it's gonna look like. Hope you can try this at home. Okay, so another game we will play here is bean sort. So as you can see, we have different kind of beans all mixed together in a bowl. So this game can be for younger toddlers, can be for toddlers, or after like 6-7 years old, then they have fun playing with this sorting game. It helps them to get focused, engaged, and the most important thing, you can have some silent time at home. So let's start. You mix all the beans. So we have 4 colors. We have red kidney beans, we have white kidney beans, black beans, and yellow split peas. You can see. Okay. So let's get started. So kids have to see what's the difference between the beans, and then they can sort it according the color. So these red kidney beans I put in a right plates. And those yellow split peas, those little ones, so they can sort it to a yellow container. So prepare the container according to the color. The white kidney beans we'll put in a white plate. And the black beans, although I don't have black beans, so I just had a construction paper and then put it inside a plate. So this is a fun game for kids. For older kids, if you want to increase the difficulty for their fine motors, you can use a tweezer. So they can use the tweezer or even chopsticks or even spoons. So that will add more fun to this game. So they will practice their pinching skills, use their fingers to pinch with 2 fingers, sorting by colors, and they may have to problem solving. If it's 2 kids playing together and they have to work as a team, right? So who's sorting the white beans, who's sorting the red beans, so they can decide. So it's like problem solving skills. And yeah, of course, the visual discrimination, be able to identify one bean from the other. So this simple activity that you can prepare at home for your little kids really will help them develop a lot of skills. So this is a lot of fun. And yeah, hope you can try this at home, because you have all sorts of beans and different colored plate. Then yeah, enjoy some quiet time, because your kids will be focused and play with this game for a while. All right, so this next activity that we can do with beans, it's an art activity. You can make an art. You can make a picture with all the different sorts of beans. So what you will need is contact paper. You can find this in dollar store. It comes in a roll. I think it's called protector, book protector. I just want to make sure that if your kids are not putting things in their mouth, then this is a good activity. So for the babies, or for younger toddlers, if they still put anything that they pick up from the table, if they still put things in their mouth, if that stage is not passed yet, then don't try this activity. Wait until they are not putting things in their mouth, and then we can, yeah, play with the beans. Okay, and so it's contact. So one side is sticky, so the beans can stick on here automatically. You don't need glue, so it's not messy, but it's a good sensory and art activity. So to make a pattern, you can let the kids do whatever they want. So you just have to maybe tape this contact paper, this clear side down on the table so it won't move, and then you peel this off. Or today, we're gonna tape, or you can have a pattern underneath your contact paper. Maybe a letter, maybe the first letter of your kid's name, maybe a shape. Today I have a flower pattern here, so we're gonna peel this off, but just to make sure it doesn't move, so I'm gonna put this sticky top up, and I will tape this on the paper I have, on the flower pattern I have. I will tape this down so the contact paper won't move when the kids are doing the activity. So let's do a flower petal with all the beans. But the kids can do whatever they want, especially if they're young. Yeah, they just, to practice their pinching skills, use their 2 fingers, grab the beans, and stick them onto the contact paper. They can mix the color, they can choose whatever color, and maybe they can try just to place the beans inside the picture. But if they don't, it's all okay. You know, having fun is the most important part. And yeah, and for the arts, they can have different colored paddle, or they can sort the beans and make a one paddle at a time. Yeah, for older kids, they will have their own design. They will have different kinds of designs. So this is also a very good art activity, and to help them focus and help them to have more attention, and you will have a quiet time again. So I'm going to place the same colored beans on each petal. And if they put the beans outside the petal, no big deal. Just let them do. Just let them do whatever they want. And they can create their own design. Okay, look. So for younger one, just make sure that you pick the bigger sized beans. Otherwise, they may get frustrated. So the big size are good for little fingers. And if you have older siblings, then give them a little like lentils or those split peas, and they will take their time to do this art activity. So we're done. So all the beans are sticked here. And if you want to make sure that they won't come off, and you want to keep this artwork that your kids make, you can use another sheet of this contact paper and peel it off, and then the sticky side cover on top of those beans. So we're gonna seal it. so the beans won't come off easily. And for younger kids, you can make a simple pattern. Yeah, use bigger beans. That will help them to feel more confident when they do this art activity. Look, this is our art, a flower made of beans. Yep, just get the contact paper so we don't have to use the glues. All right, hope you can try this at home. Okay, our next activity that we're using beans, we will make a shaker. Use recycled water bottle, or you can put 2 clear cups together and you can seal them. Yeah, we're gonna make a shaker with different kind of beans. So we need a recycled water bottle, maybe a funnel, or your little one can just use their hands. Maybe you will need a spoon. Yeah, let's start. And for decoration, you may need some stickers or tapes or ribbons, whatever you have at home, you can use. So let's wash the water bottle. So we're gonna have a clean water bottle here, dry and clean. And it's also a good sensory activity. We can put different kind of beans. The big one, they can use their hands and just fill the beans into the bottle. It's a good activity for the little ones, for their eye-hand coordination, because they have to put those beans into the bottle. Yeah, they can have fun with this for hours, for a long time. So just put those big beans into the bottle. For kids that are older, toddlers, and older babies, they like to put things through holes. It's a good practice, as I said, for their eye-hand coordination and for their fine motor skills, just to pinch those peas with your 2 fingers. For those smaller, like lentils, they can use the spoons. And a funnel, that's also fun to pour, to scoop and pour. Yeah, for the smaller one. You can also use rice, but today, because we're using all sorts of beans from peas, so yeah, for lentils and split peas, a spoon will be really helpful. If they want, they can also scoop the bigger one, as long as they can go through the funnel. Oh, wow. We have all our beans and peas in a bottle now. Look how beautiful it is. Very colorful. And when you shake it, it makes a nice noise. It's like a music instrument. It's a bean shaker. Now it's time to decorate. Okay, so now we're gonna peel some stickers and decorate our shaker. And we have a cupcake here. And we can also use ribbons, so parents can help cutting the ribbons. And then we will tie them around the bottle. And you can curl it up. All right, look. Yeah, you can use different colors, and we can tie on different side. All right, and for kids to play with it, we can also use tapes, or if you want to use glue guns to seal the bottle, to seal the lid, so it won't be open and the beans won't come out that easily. But the tapes is also a good way to decorate the bottle. You can get all those different beautiful colored tapes from dollar store, and you can decorate your bottle with tapes as well. Okay, so here's our assorted bean shaker. So you can try this at home when you have time. Okay, so the last activity I want to show you is we can do a sensory bean at home. So you need a container, like a big bowl or big box. Anything will do. And then when they play the bean sensory, the sensory bean, I think it's good to have something underneath the bean. You put it on the floor, maybe a curtain, a shower curtain that you don't use anymore, and then you can lay it on the floor and then put this bean on top. So after that, it won't be too difficult to clean up. So it's always good to have something to cover the floor. And then you will need spoons, something to scoop, a measuring cup, some containers, different sizes, maybe a funnel, containers. Maybe I found a tube that they can put things inside, and they can dump it in and through, and maybe some tweezers. Whatever you have at home. It's going to be a lot of fun. Just those little things that you have at home. So it's simple. It's just pour different sorts of beans into your container. You can. So today we're talking about activities with beans, but you can also use rice, you can also use oatmeals. Those are all making a very nice sensory beans. Yeah. Okay, so now it's ready to play. Look at the color. And then kids will have fun just touching all those beans, mixing them up will be a nice activity. And then you add all sorts of things inside based on their age. Kids like to, for toddlers, but don't do this activity if they still put things in their mouth. Just make sure it's safe. They love to scoop and pour things. They love to fill up a container and dump them out. So just prepare containers of different sizes, different sorts of pouring tubes, and they can play it a long time, and teach them to use the funnels so they can fill up the container. And even those tunnels, or you can even use toilet paper rolls or the tissue paper rolls. It's even longer. You can tape them here on the side of your big container, and they can pour the beans through them. So it's a good eye-hand coordination activity. So they have to put those beans into those big holes. For older kids, a tweezer and some containers, and they can pick up those beans and put them into containers. Or if you want to do the color sorting again with a sensory bin, again, it's a good idea. So yeah, whatever you have at home, whatever containers, just throw them in there. Kids will have fun pouring and filling up those containers and dump them out again. Yeah, and if your kids like farm animals, you can put some animals inside. If they like construction trucks or cars, put some cars inside, and they will be there for a long time. Just make sure you cover your floor or your table so it won't be too much cleanup afterwards. You just put everything together and put it back, and then you can reuse this sensory bin. Whenever your kids are too active, it can calm them down. It helps them to concentrate and have some quiet playtime. Hope you can try those activities at home.